Alright, good morning, afternoon, or evening, everyone. Today, I'm going to be covering the Tier 9 Premium French Large or Heavy Cruiser here, the Carnot. It's, of course, a Premium Tier 9, and we'll be covering it for Fresh Look. Now, I haven't uploaded a Fresh Look in 2 weeks, but here we are back at it again, of course, trying to cover premium ships that are available in the game. Now, obviously, if you want to see more of the series, do let me know in the comments what ship you want to see next in this series, okay? This one is for tier 9s or tier 5 to tier 9 premium ships. If you want to see tier 5 to tier 9 tech ships, that's tech trials. And if you want to see a specific tier 10 ship, that one is the thought process or how I play videos. That is another playlist as well on my channel. But for this one, this is Fresh Look, so we're covering a tier 9 premium. So here we are. Let's take a look at our armor layout first, actually. So for the armor layout, we have 25mm nose armor, 30mm side armor, 25mm aft, and then we have a 36mm deck with a gigantic superstructure of 16. Now if we take off our protection here, as you can see, we do have a turtle back of 20mm, but we take that off, and as you can see, the citadel sits right there. Remember, when you're at longer ranges, shells can come through this turtle back and go into your citadel, so do be careful. Now for my commander build, I have gun feeder, grease the gears, priority target, superintendent, concealment expert, heavy AP shells, adrenaline rush, and top grade gunner. In terms of my equipment, I have main battery mod 3, which is reload mod, concealment system mod 1, prop mod 1, aiming system mod 1, engine boost mod 1, and main armaments mod 1. And for the camouflage, this is the normal perma camo for the Carnot. And for the alternate perma, it looks quite similar, but it just has a more, I guess, shade of blue instead of a shade of gray. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna cover the ship characteristics now. So if you want to go and watch the game, I would recommend skipping to the chaptered piece in the video. I do try to chapter every part of the video, so you can just skip to it. But for the ship characteristics, we have for HP 66,450 with a 19% torpedo protection damage reduction. For main guns, we have a 22-second reload with 305mm guns. But we do have, I believe, 10 guns because we have 6 in triple barrel turrets. And then we have 4 on a 4-barrel turret up front. So that's quite cool, I guess. Which means you do get 7 guns up front. You do get 18.6 kilometer gun range, of course. 27% fire chance, super high fire chance, 4.2k HE alpha, 51mm of pen, really good HE, of course. Maximum damage on the AP, 9.1k, that's because we're taking this. Normally it's 8.7k. But yeah, depth charges, you get airstrike depth charges, which is nice. Of course, bomb damage is 4.2k, which is quite decent. But what's more important is they're not ship-based, which is super nice. A defense, it says it's 80, but we don't run the FAA, so it's not actually that good, AA. Maximum speed, 36.2 knots. 870 meter turning radius, and a rudder shift time of 14.4 seconds. So not the most maneuverable ship in the game. Very fast ship, though, you must say. Very fast ship for a super large cruiser. Detection range at sea is 12 kilometers, so honestly not too bad. And we are going to be running the speed boost, but you have the ability to run fighter or spotter if you so wish, I guess. But engine boost is definitely the best one. And we are going to be running hydro, even though the FAA is available, because I prefer having hydro for randoms. But yeah, I think we should go into our game. Alright, so here we are on Crash Zone Alpha with the Carnot. It is a carrier game, tier 10 carrier, so we're gonna have to keep that in mind. There's a Neustrashimi and a Z44 for destroyers, so one of them is a turbo, the other one's kind of like a mix of both, I would say. And then we have Kremlin, Repub, Iowa, FDG Duncan, Yoshino, Salem, Riga, Neptune. Now the ones I'm really scared of, I guess, would be like a Kremlin, Repub, I guess. The rest aren't like too freaky. Duncan's kind of annoying, but not too annoying. Yoshino, Salem, we're gonna have to be careful of as well, because we do burn for 60-second fires. Now, what does that mean? Well, it means we burn for full duration, and we're a cruiser, so we don't have the ability to run fire prevention, which is a bit unfortunate. But anyway, let us go towards the A side here, see what we can do. But yeah, I'll skip this part, I guess. Alright, it's a bit unfortunate we got spotted at the start of the game by the carrier. it's not really unfortunate, it's just annoying. We do have really bad AA detection because we are quite a large ship, 8.6 km AA detection. But anyway, I guess we're just not allowed to play this side. We get 2 shell hits on the DD, 2.8k, so not too bad. The fire, he did DCP. The CV does luckily miss us here. There are 3 battleships on this flank, so that's quite good, I guess. That's pretty much it, though. Seems like they're all leaving, actually, so we might just join them and leave too, actually. We don't want to play on a flank where there's nothing. That's not what we want to do. And we also don't want to be chasing into the enemy team. That's also what we don't want to be doing. We want to be in a pre-kited position where we can just unload and see what we can do. Seems like the Yoshino in the B cap or C cap there, the north of the C cap, seems to be just dying. I don't know why. We'll see. Let's see what I can do on the Z44. 0 damage. Okay. He's back! There's a radar. It's a Riga radar, so it doesn't last a long time. We should be able to get 1 salvo off, though. So let's see. He is reversing right now. Accelerating. He's probably gonna go move forward. His engine's broken, though, so he's not gonna accelerate as fast as we expected. 2 pence. That's it, 2 pence. So we're up to 4.2k. Only on this DD. Not bad. Not wonderful. The thing with Carnot is, of course, you can do a lot of damage to DDs. Like, I mean, we did 4k, which isn't too bad. But that's not kind of like what you want to be doing all the time. Like here, I think it's okay because it's the only thing spotted and stuff. But for you guys, for playing, don't like go and kill yourselves to kill destroyers, right? That's not what the Carnot is about. Is this Riga running it, by the way? What's he doing? Be able to shoot him, I guess. Let's load some AP. He might go broadsides. 4 pens, double fire. I don't know if we're gonna get to see him though before he gets to the rock. I think we're gonna have to load HE again. I don't think Moscow has Hydro or Radar right now. I think he used them both, maybe. Yeah. Quite unfortunate, quite. Yeah. He actually was gonna be spotted quite broadside there, but it's okay. Go for the Duncan now. Reload back into HE. See what we can do. We obviously have to be careful about the Republic. This is because he has pretty good guns. High caliber guns. He will citadel us if we are broadside to him. But luckily he only has his front gun. Now he's getting his back gun on us. So let's actually turn away here just to be safe. 7k on the Duncan. DCP instantly. 9 seconds till reload. We should be able to get a permafire, but sadly he will get behind the rock in time. So we won't get anything here. Quite unfortunate. Indeed. Luckily there are 4 battleships up north, so that's kind of where the farm is, so that's kind of where I'm wanting to go. The Riga died instantly. Instead of choosing to die to me, he has chosen to get dev-struck by a Montana instead. That might be the decision the Duncan is making as we speak as well. This might mean the Duncan will die very quickly. Now there's not much happening in this game so far. That's because we're trying to get ourselves into a position where we can actually do stuff. Now the Iowa is AFK. It seems like he hasn't moved at all this match. The FDG is going northward. He did spawn on A. And the Republic is down south. Right now I think we can get some damage on the Republic. I think that's probably the best thing we can do right now. That would help our southern flank. Plus we have a crossfire on this Republic. Now he is broadside, you could say. But we're not gonna citadel him for 1, and 2, well, he's angling up right now, so that we're not gonna switch to AP. There's no real point. We're just gonna try to unload some more HE on him and see what we can do. Now the HE is really good on this ship, so you can rely on it quite a lot, especially on angled targets. It's not bad. Like you have high alpha, high pen, high fire chance. It's the 3 things you need. We talked about this in the port thing, but it's the 3 things you need on HE to be good. Like it's like Goliath HE basically. Well, it's not actually like Goliath HE because Goliath reloads quicker, etc. Goliath has more guns, but it's the same concept, right? They both have high alpha, high damage, yeah, high fire chance and high pen, right? So that's kind of what you want. It's kind of like the trifecta, almost. of HE. The only downside, which is the biggest downside of the HE, is the reload is really bad on the ship. It's 22 seconds. But otherwise, it's fine. We need to try to get into range of something, man, because this is ridiculous. We could get into the B cap. The only issue I would say about doing that is there's a carrier in the game. And if the Salem goes broadside to us, we probably could damage it quite well. Wait, did we lose a Duncan down south? That's surprising. Quite unfortunate, even. Surprising and unfortunate. Let's see if we can do any damage to the Salem, but he will angle up to us, to be honest. Ah, no, he's going full broadside to us. Question mark. Citadel, 20,000 damage, not bad. 5 seconds. With some HE, see what we can do. We have speed boost available, so that's probably gonna use it right now, actually. Sadly, the reload is 7 minutes on this ship, so we're not actually gonna be able to shoot that Salem. Maybe we can shoot the Duncan, I guess. Now, we are broadside-ish to him, so we do have to be cautious about this. The Salem could also angle up to me and start shooting me from south, so that's also something else we have to keep in mind. 11k on the Duncan. Now, I am full broadside, which is super bad, so obviously don't do this. But we do have quick speed. Now, the problem is, can I accelerate in time before he shoots? No. No. That's okay, though. We take 0 damage because we're the luckiest player in WoW's history. The Salem is coming up towards me. Up here, he's going to start shooting me, which is what we expected, which is super unfortunate. And it's the thing we really didn't want, because now there's going to be a lot of ships on me. The carrier, the Duncan, the FDG, the Kremlin potentially. Is the Iowa still AFK? Yes, the Iowa is AFK. Fire. 0. Okay, insta DCP. It's fine. Fine. We'll deal with it mentally. It's quite unfortunate. Makes me very sad when we get an insta fire DCP. Now, that thing that shot me, I don't think it was the Kremlin. No, it was. It was. Just didn't do as much damage. I thought it could have been Yoshino with Spotter Plane or something. But it was the Kremlin. Which means the Kremlin does know we exist. Oh, and the Dunkins. And I might die. I think we should run away. We've played this game as bad as we can. We've played this game as miserably as we potentially could. So let's try to run away and live if possible. Kremlin shot us again, but I think we're going to be fine. Yes, we are. He actually shot the Georgia there, not me. I'm just gonna run. I think we can live running here, honestly. And the thing with this is, we don't want to be in that position. Even if we don't die there, it's just too risky. It just seemed like a very risky position. FDG, Duncan, Salem, now Republic on our broadside. We have to be careful of. Yeah. Alright, we'll see. We'll figure it out. I don't think the Repub kills me, but this could be a death sentence. We'll see. Hopefully they kill the Neustra shimmy up north. They should. Ostergotland is on his tail. 200 HP Neustra. He got him. Perfect. That gives us a really good opportunity here. Now I'm actually going to switch off the Duncan, because there is something I want to focus, which is the Republic. Now why? Because, well, the gun angles, something I actually haven't mentioned so far. The gun angles on this ship are very miserable. And if we want to get all our guns on the Duncan, well, we're gonna have to give way too much broadside to the Republic. We actually need to see this, though. Can't keep letting things go dark in the carrier game. Republic seems to be turning away, which is fine. 4.2k. Yoshino detonated our Oster, which is quite unfortunate, but now both teams don't have DDs, but they have the cap advantage, which is going to be worse for us because, well, they don't need DDs to get the cap because they already have the caps, right? So we're trying to get a fire in this Republic. We could switch to AP, but I'm really trying to get a fire here because he is going to go behind this rock, and when he does, well, we're not going to be able to output any damage, and if we get that fire, he's going to have to keep burning. Now, he did DCP right there, so let's just keep trying to HE him. The issue is we need him spotted, and I think he's trying to go dark right now. That's why he's not shooting. Oh, he just shot. Perfect. But I think he can go behind the island. Perfect. Permafire. It's what we wanted. Now, that's going to do around 10 to 15,000 damage. Probably less than 15. Closer to 10,000 damage. The fire. So it's not too bad. Oh, the Duncan's coming up behind me. Can I load AP? 9 seconds on the expert loader or the gun feeder, whatever you call it nowadays. It's gun feeder nowadays, but still. We still call it expert loader, some of us who've been playing the game for so long, right? And we'll see what we can do on the Duncan. Maybe we should just stick to HE, honestly, sometimes, man. 0 damage with the AP there. Quite unfortunate. The Duncan does suicide. He does die very quickly. We're going to be turning southward and going to try to help our Riga Mecklenburg. Riga just needs to sit dark behind the island because he could die. What we're going to do is we're going to go south. I can't go into the B cap because, well, I would get crossfired. And there is a CV in the game still, which is obviously the factor which would keep us spotted. So let's not try to die to the CV. We have speed boost in 35 seconds. And we're gonna try go south, I guess. That's our best bet. Zhao could potentially contest, but it's hard because of the CV, right? The CV makes it a bit hard because he's gonna get spotted. That's all. Up north, the Yoshino seems to be running it down into our Montana Izumo. I'm surprised our CV isn't actually going for the 20k Yoshino instead of the full HP Kremlin. But you never know, right? You never know. Salem is angled. I'm gonna fire the FDG. Repub is what we have to be careful of. We have one aiming at us and we don't know where the Repub is. And the one aiming at us is in Salem or... There's the Repub, okay. The Repub isn't gonna go for me. He's going for the Zhao, which I expected to get spotted when he went for the cap. Which he did. Now he's going to get shot at by Republic because of the carrier spotting. I want to get a better position here to try to shoot the Salem, to be honest. Georgia should be able to Giga Smash the Salem. We got a double permafire in the FDG, which is super nice. Georgia should be able to Giga Smash the Salem just because of the fact that he overmatches the Salem everywhere. He does have 457mm guns. Which means he does go through the 30mm of the Salem. Now, this is something a lot of people ask me on my stream about overmatch, and they don't understand what I'm talking about when we talk about 457s or 430s and 30mm overmatch, things like this. I could explain it in a short video in the future if you guys would like. It's not that hard to understand, honestly. But if you do want a video on that, you can let me know in the comments, and I will start working on a short video to explain what overmatch is. Because it's quite important, especially when you're playing cruisers, to understand what overmatch is, because it really dictates how aggressive you can play against what ships, right? Against what battleships mostly. So in summary though, if you don't want the detail in terms of like numbers and characteristics, you have some gun calibers that are high enough that they ignore your armor. For example, let's say you have 27mm armor, right? Anything gun caliber over 431, which is Republic, can go over that 30mm and declare it. Sorry, yeah, we're talking about 30, sorry. So you have anything like Republic, right, or over. So 431 or higher caliber can go over 30mm of armor. But if you want like a more detailed like thing, like a video, I guess like, it could be like a 10-minute short explainer video. I could, if you guys would like. Would be easy enough. Now there is an AFK Iowa. We could sneak some free damage on it, guys. Now I must say, we could. But I think we should deal with the Republic more importantly than the actual AFK Iowa. We'll get one more shot on the AFK Iowa, and then we're gonna click F5, and we're gonna hope we're gonna get some help with the Republic. The reason I'm not actually pushing up more is because I don't want to fight the Kremlin whilst fighting the Repub, so I'm trying to stay in this position to avoid the Kremlin. Kremlin is quite scary, so even if he's far away, so I don't want to deal with two battleships is what I'm trying to say, because then I'm crossfired, right? So let's try to deal with one. Alright, so that means there's 5 minutes left in the game in French. Clueless. I just checked the timer to check, by the way. We should be able to kill the Repub, which should help us win the game here, because if we kill the Repub, for one, we have a free Iowa to deal with right after, which is going to be super nice for our damage. But more importantly is we can even get more points, right? Because we killed the Repub, who seems to be secondary spec. Look how many secondaries this guy has. We can't keep reversing because there's a Kremlin behind us. We're on double permafire from this Republic secondaries, by the way. Remember, they do burn us for quite a lot of time, and we don't have fire prevention, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Our goal is to kill this guy. We got a fire, finally, but sadly, it doesn't matter because he instantly DCP'd. But it seems like our CV is coming to save the day. potentially. But it seems like their CV is coming to ruin my day. We'll see. We'll try to live, but it seems quite unfortunate and unlikely right now. Please die, Republic. He did die. Sadly, it took us 10, 15, 25 years. Now the Kremlin is going to get shots on me. And we got no fighters, so we probably die, to be honest, to the CV. These fires burned for way too long, man. It's just, that's the biggest downside, right? The fire duration. Wait, the CV's not coming for me. Nah, he will, he will. We have 40 seconds to die here. 40 seconds. Let's just output as much damage as we can on the Iowa before we die, so that we actually get the points for killing him. CV hasn't realized I'm alive yet. No, he has now. He's coming this way, which is unfortunate, but we will try our best to live. Nah, I probably died with this Himmelmann, dude. I probably am dead here. 100%. Let's try to go for the fires. That's what we do, die to the CV. Unfortunate, he realized I was alive, and he came for me and instantly wiped me off the screen. We do get another fire on the Iowa, which is going to burn fully, so we will get some extra damage there. But yes, we did end up dying, which is super, super unfortunate. We couldn't obviously reverse, because there's a Kremlin behind us. So we just have to take the shots from the CV and just try to kill the Iowa as best as we can. Because now if the Iowa dies, we're going to get some points. We're probably going to lose the game. I don't know how this Yoshino is still on 20k HP in a carrier game. He's literally isolated on a flank. Very surprised, because this has he's been going up from up here down here all 20k HP. I don't know how that he managed to do that, but there you go. I think we should just skip to the score screen, I guess. Nice, good work, Georgia. We should skip to the score screen. You don't have to watch the rest of this match. We might win, though. There's always a possibility, right? Alright, so we ended up losing the game at 249k damage. 249, 429, by the way. Interesting. 150 shell hits, 8 plane kills, 2 kills, 18 fires, 1 citadel. We got a wither and a high caliber. In terms of team score, we ended up getting 1.6k base XP. We'll be complimenting our Georgia, because he did get on top of us. So quite well, good job. Their Kremlin played really well also. I will be complimenting him. He got 2.7k base XP. Pretty good. Detailed report. Most of our damage was to the Republic, the FDG and the Duncan. And some to the Salem. We ended up killing the Salem as well. Some to the DD. And 36k was to the Iowa. So if you want to minus that from our game, because it was an AFK Iowa, we'll do 249k. Minus 36k, that's 213,000 damage. So not too bad either way. Damage received 98k. It is what it is. We can't win every game we play for fresh look. 704,000 credits, 6k XP, 7.7k commander XP. And then for our commander build, once again, guys, we have Grease the Gears, Gun Feeder, Priority Target, Superintendent, Concealment Expert, Heavy AP Shells, Adrenaline Rush, and Top Grey Gunner. Honestly, I'm thinking of taking SC again. I used to take SC before instead of Heavy AP. It's just, I think we could have lived that game if we had SC, to be honest with you, funnily enough. Another thing is we have Main Battery Mod 3, Concealment System Mod 1, Prop Mod 1, Aiming System Mod 1, Engine Boost Mod 1, and Main Armaments Mod 1. That's pretty much the ship build. Let's take a look at my statistics in the ship. So for my statistics in the ship, I have to find it. So this could take me 10, 15, 60 minutes, guys. But I should be able to find it. I'm sure you've already spotted it before I did. But I'm trying my best to find this ship, and I can't. Found it. Boom. All right, I have 17 games in the Carnot, 65% win rate, 136k average damage. So not bad. And that was our highest damage game. And that's pretty much it for the Carnot. As you can see, here are my stats. Not bad at all. In terms of the price for the ship, if we take a look in the armory, it is available for ships tier 9 French. 228,000 coal or 19.3k doubloons. And then in the premium shop, it's also, I believe, available. I think if we click ships, tier 9, cruiser, Carnot, 63 euros 49 cents. But how is the ship? Do I recommend getting the ship? Well, in that game, for example, I talked about its main downsides, right? Which is it's these two things, right? So it has its gun angles, which aren't the best, especially when you're pushing in. The gun angles are pretty bad. So you're gonna have to give a lot of broadside. Another downside of the ship is the fact that it burns for a lot, and we saw that in that game where we burned for double fire, I believe. I think we could have still burned for double fire there, even if we had fire prevention, just because I don't think it was the middle fires that were set. I think it was the edge one and the middle one. But still, we burned for quite a lot, and that ended up changing our life, right? We died, and we lost the game because of it. If we didn't die there, do we lose? I don't know. We're gonna have to fight a full HP Kremlin, so it's gonna be really hard, but at least it gives us a chance, right? Now, am I disappointed that we lost? It's not that big of a deal. Losses do happen. Our win rate's still 65% in this ship, so it's not too bad. But it's just unfortunate, I would say, right? So those two downsides are the fires and the gun angles. Those are two big downsides of the ship. Otherwise, it's a pretty decent, I would say, damage farmer at tier 9. It can do quite well. In my opinion, it is actually better than an A gear, for example, for doing damage and stuff. So if that's what you're looking for, yeah, it's cool. It also has a nice ability of running around the map really fast. It goes like 41 knots, I believe. So it goes quite fast as well. So that's quite cool. But do I recommend you guys get it? Honestly, there are other ships you could get at tier as well. I mean, Azuma's there. I don't think Azuma can farm higher average damage than this, though. I would say this is a bit better than Azuma. You also have Aegir, but I would say this is a bit better than Aegir for damage farming as well. Then you also have Siegfried, but I wouldn't really compare Siegfried and this because they're not the same playstyle at all. Another one is Alaska. Alaska is better, I would say, than the Carnot, but Alaska got removed, so... well, it's not available anymore. Carnot's not bad. It's just a very damage farming oriented ship, and that's all it does. That's all it's gonna do, right? Its tanking ability is okay. It looks okay on paper, and it's okay in practice. We made a bunch of mistakes last game, for example, and we didn't get punished for it. But that's not gonna happen every game. We were lucky, guys. We were lucky. So do I recommend this ship? If you really like the playstyle in the video, sure. Like, if you really enjoyed yourself. But if you didn't, well, there's some other ships you can potentially get that you might like. So there you go, guys. That was the game in the Carnot. I hope you enjoyed this fresh look video, and if you want to see a different ship in the fresh look, please do let me know. I will try to cover all of them slowly, guys. We're trying to cover all of the ships in the game slowly, but we will try long term. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Big fan, guys.